Hello everyone, I'm Paula Arletti, and as an interior designer, one of my favorite rooms to design, aside from bedrooms, are dressing rooms. As I mentioned in my interior design Q&A, which you can watch here, dressing rooms are a complete departure from your standard closet. Dressing rooms are an extension of your home, and if designed thoughtfully, they can really become a beautiful retreat, a multifunctional space that you can utilize in several different ways, and also just a beautiful place where you can store all your belongings and get ready in the mornings. On this video, I will be sharing my tips and tricks for designing the perfect dressing room. If you have a spare room in your home and you've been itching for more storage space, or you just want a more thoughtful way of storing your clothes, but really my favorite reason is if you just want a retreat in your own home that also doubles as your closet, but more than that, truly, a dressing room is the perfect room for you. The first step for designing a dressing room is to go through all of your belongings and taking notes of everything you have, from your underwear through to your accessories. Everything must be taken into account because that will help you determine the perfect storage system for you that will be suitable for the clothes and the things that you have. Then determine if you want open storage, closed storage, or a combination of the two, which is my personal preference. I tend to like 90% to 95% of my clothes to be completely concealed behind closed doors inside of individual wardrobes that are against the wall. I find that when clothes are exposed, it's just too high maintenance. You have to constantly worry about not making a mess. You have to always worry about it looking pretty and organized. And even when it's organized, it still looks overwhelmingly messy because it's just too many clothes exposed. So instead, what you can do is conceal the majority of your clothing items and just select a few pieces that you want to display. This could be your shoes, your accessories, your perfumes if you're into collecting perfumes, and definitely bags. Those are always beautiful to display and they add a level of decor to your dressing room. The next step is to determine and design the actual layout of the room. If you're not working with an interior designer, the easiest way you can do this is take a piece of paper for each wall in the room and draw out the layout using basic shapes like rectangles, squares, circles, and triangles, and don't forget those lines because you're gonna need them. On a piece of paper, draw a line to represent the floor, and above the line, you can start drawing out the individual wardrobes that will go against the wall all throughout the perimeter of the room. If you want to have a break from all that closed cabinetry within that same wall, you can totally do that. You can add a built-in vanity table, you can have shelves go from floor to ceiling. Anything is possible. Just make sure you take your time. Really delve into the creative process that is designing a layout. Since wardrobes are placed right along the perimeter of the room and the majority of your clothes are right against the wall, you usually are left with a good open space in the middle. There you can add an island where you can store all of your underwear, your sunglasses, your makeup, and your jewelry. If you have even more space to make use of, you can add some seating where you can sit down and put on your shoes. This could be a bench, a chair, an ottoman, and what this will do also is create some warmth and help the dressing room feel more special and more like a dressing room and less like a closet. Somewhere where you just go in once or twice a day and then close the door behind you and never go in again. Now we're gonna move on to the detailing phase where we're gonna be designing the interior of the wardrobes. This is a very important step in this whole process. Make sure that you take into account the different lengths of your clothes so that you have a specific place for all of them. If you have a lot of dresses, you need to have a long enough section with no interruptions so the dresses fit perfectly. The same thing goes with long sleeve tops, with shirts, with short sleeve. You can consider even adding some shelves where you can fold your pants and they're still exposed and they look pretty within the wardrobes. And you can also have some drawers within the wardrobes if you're into folding your sweaters and your cardigans, or your scarves, socks, you name it. Once you're done worrying about those tedious details like the layout and space plan, and you know where all your clothes are going to be stored within the wardrobes, it is time to have some fun. This is the step where we're going to be choosing all of the finishes throughout the room and where you can really showcase your style. One of my favorite things about having clothes storage is that you can take advantage of the doors and create something absolutely beautiful. I like to add wallpaper on the doors and outline the wallpaper with some tiny trim, usually metal or it could be leather. A good tip is that if you're going to be covering your wardrobe doors with wallpaper, consider vinyl wallpaper. Vinyl is a durable material that is virtually no maintenance at all. It is wipeable, you can touch it without any fear, your kids can touch it, and the best thing is that we have so many different options out there, like patterned vinyl, silk lookalikes, grass cloth lookalikes. You can really have some fun with it and protect your wardrobe doors from moisture. Also, pay attention to the interior of the wardrobes. Don't forget about that, because within the wardrobe, you can also add some wallpaper. And if you have some drawers in there, you can cover the drawers with faux leather, with suede and velvet, and really make a beautiful tactile experience for yourself. If you have any exposed walls, make sure you also worry about those. You can have wallpaper on the walls, you can paint it, you can add some trim. And when it comes to the floor, you can add some carpet in there, which is strange for me because I'm not usually a fan of carpet, but in dressing rooms, I find they look kind of cozy and they just feel nice underfoot. Also, you can add a rug. This is your moment to showcase your vision. So have fun with it, don't be too serious, and make sure it is a beautiful retreat for yourself, because ultimately that is the whole goal of a dressing room. Once you have dealt with all the minute details of the design and you have chosen all of the different finishes throughout, it is time to choose the lighting. Just don't stop at the overhead lighting. You can choose table lamps, floor lamps, and even LED strips within the wardrobes so that every time you open them, you are greeted with light and you are able to choose your clothes with ease. Lighting is so important, so be mindful of where you place it because it's gonna help you highlight your beautiful creation. Having different lighting levels will also help you create different moods throughout the time you are in your dressing room. Well, everything's looking gorgeous, right? Your dressing room is finally designed. But now what? In an ideal world, you can hire a cabinet maker who can come in and take measurements of your room and create 2-scale drawings that they can manufacture. But if you don't have the budget to hire a cabinet maker, the next best thing is to go to big box stores like Ikea and just buy their pre-made wardrobes. What you can do to customize these wardrobes is work with companies like Semi-Handmade, which create beautiful custom doors for the Ikea cabinets. That is the way you can have a beautifully customized dressing room without the high cost. If you are considering pre-made cabinetry, paying attention to all the small details matters, like making sure that the cabinetry goes all the way up to the ceiling and that you add decorative details like molding along the top and bottom so that your cabinetry feels built in. That will make all the difference, I promise. Designing a dressing room is supposed to be a fun and exciting creative process, so enjoy it thoroughly. Dream big, have fun with it, and if you have to save up little by little to create your perfect dressing room, then do it. The most important thing is that you create your dream dressing room. Thank you so much for watching this video. I truly hope that you found my tips helpful and that I got you a little bit excited for creating a beautiful dressing room in your home if you don't already have one. Make sure you like this video, comment below with any questions, suggestions, or any thoughts you want to be sending my way. I'll be happy to answer them. And don't forget to come back for the next one. Bye.